Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Music at Home with Mr. Walker. Here we are on my back porch. And in honor of Star Wars Day, May the 4th, I'm wearing my Star Wars villain t shirt. And I want you to think just a second how important music is in movies, especially in Star Wars. Think about Luke Skywalker's theme song and Darth Vader's theme song, the Imperial March. All of these songs, when we hear them, we know that something is happening and they can make us feel things and they could show us different things in the movies. But sometimes a composer writes an entire symphony that tells a story just through the music. And today we are going to be listening to and talking about one of those stories, and that is Peter and the Wolf. Now, some of you are familiar with Peter and the Wolf. This is a symphony that was written by a man named Sergei Prokofiev. And Sergei Prokofiev was a Russian composer. He lived from 1891 to 1953, and he wrote a lot of really great pieces of music. But Peter and the Wolf is one of his most well-known and most loved pieces. See, with Peter and the Wolf, every character in the story is played by a different instrument. And so when you hear that instrument playing, you know that that character is doing something. Well, I'm going to read this version of the story to you, and then I would like you to click on the links that are in the YouTube video in the comment section. One of them is a performance by the Vancouver Symphony Orchestra. They're going to perform the entire thing, and it's narrated by the conductor, and it's really great. So you could listen to that one, listen to the instruments, identify them, see them as they play. And then also the other link is a fun cartoon version of the story that has the music in it, and it's narrated by a really famous singer named David Bowie. So you can check out those two links sometime this week and really get to understand and love the music of Peter and the Wolf. First, I'm going to read the story to you, and then you can check out those links. So here we go. Once upon a time, a boy named Peter lived with his grandfather in a little cottage by a meadow and a forest. One morning, the morning of our story, Grandpapa said to Peter, "A big, hungry wolf has been seen in the forest. You must remember to keep the garden gate shut, and don't play in the meadow. The wolf could come out and eat you." Peter listened to his grandfather and did as he was told, most of the time. But this morning, a little bird sat on a branch of a big tree out in the meadow, chirping happily. Peter stopped to listen. He thought, it's much too nice a day to worry about a wolf. So, the better to hear the bird's song, Peter opened the gate and went out into the meadow. A duck came waddling through the gate. Peter had left the garden gate open, you see. The duck waddled over to the lovely pond near the tree. The little bird and the duck were friends, but the bird felt the pond and the meadow belonged to her, and she flew over to pester the duck. "What kind of bird are you?" the little bird chirped, "when you don't even fly?" "And what kind of bird are you?" quacked the duck, "when you can't even swim?" And so they argued, the duck splashing and diving in the water, and the little bird fluttering and hopping along the edge of the pond. Suddenly, something caught Peter's eye. Was it the wolf? No, it was just the farmyard cat, slowly crawling through the grass toward the pond. The cat thought, I'll just grab that little bird before he even notices I'm here. Closer and closer, closer and closer she crept. Peter saw what the cat was up to. "Look out, little bird," he shouted. The bird flew up to the tree into safety. The duck quacked angrily at the cat from the middle of the pond. "Leave my friend alone," he cried. But the cat was not interested in the duck. She crawled around and around the tree and considered again how to catch the bird. If I climb up the tree, she thought, will he only fly away? Just then, Grandpapa came out. He saw Peter in the meadow and saw that he had left the gate open too, and he was angry. "What would you do if the wolf came out?" Grandpapa scolded as he marched Peter home. But Peter did not listen. He was not the sort of boy to be afraid of a wolf. No sooner had Peter and Grandpapa gone inside the gate and Grandpapa gone into the cottage than the big gray wolf came out of the forest. He crept toward the pond, staying well hidden. Just then, the cat scampered up the tree after the bird. "Look out!" quacked the duck to the bird. In his excitement, he jumped out of the pond and right in front of the wolf. The duck ran as fast as he could, but the wolf got closer and closer and closer, until with one gulp he swallowed the duck whole. Then the wolf began to pace around and around the tree, greedily eyeing the cat. Meanwhile, the cat crept down the branch toward the little bird. Peter saw all that was going on from behind the closed gate. All at once, he knew just how to rescue his friends and catch the wolf, but he must be quick. Peter ran and found a strong rope. Then he climbed onto the high stone wall so that he was in reach of a branch of the tree. To catch the wolf, Peter would need the little bird's help. First, he climbed onto the tree and scared the cat away. Then he whispered to the bird, "Fly down around the wolf's head, but be careful he doesn't catch you." The bird flew off the branch and fluttered all around the wolf's head, brushing his nose with her wings and making him very angry. Just when the wolf thought he had caught the bird, she would dash away. Peter inched out onto the branch till he was right over the wolf. He made a lasso with the rope and lowered it down. Deftly, he looped the lasso around the wolf's tail, and with a mighty pull, he cinched the rope tight. Peter had caught the wolf. The wolf struggled hard to get away, but the more he jumped, the more the rope tightened around his tail. Peter tied the other end of the rope to the tree and called down, "I'm not afraid of some wolf." Just then, a group of hunters came crashing and stomping out of the forest, pointing their guns all around and looking for the wolf. "Don't shoot," Peter shouted to them. "Look here, the bird and I have already caught the wolf." "The wolf is very dangerous," called the hunters. "Hand him over to us." "No," said Peter. "You mustn't hurt him. Help us take him to the zoo." What a procession they made! Peter led the way, of course. Then came the hunters, leading the wolf with the rope. Then came Grandpapa and the cat. Grandpapa could hardly contain his pride, though he had been angry earlier. "He's a brave boy, my Peter," Grandpapa said. Above them all flew the little bird, chirping merrily, "Look what we have caught, Peter and I." And what about the duck? All the way to the zoo, he sat quacking inside the wolf, perfectly whole and well. He made such a noise that the wolf spat him out, and he returned with Peter to quack many another day. And on these pages, you see the music for the different characters. So this one is Peter, that's Grandpapa and the duck. There's the cat, wolf, the hunters, and the bird. So each of these lines of music represents those different characters. And if you watch those video links that I have included in the subject line of the comment section of this video, then you'll be able to find out which instruments represent which characters. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, everybody. So now I would encourage you to go to those links that are in the comment section and watch the orchestra play the song and enjoy the music, and then you can watch the cartoon and enjoy that. And let me know your thoughts on Peter and the Wolf. Send me an email this week, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.